That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the...
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Come to think of it, different masters favoured different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
At the end of the day, our vocations are of little import. Mutual trust is what counts. last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
It's always daunting.
The battle already? Wasn't much of a reprieve.
We must not let down our guard. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Is this truly the time to romp about?
You ought not to be so careless. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Any last words?
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Stand firm. You are not alone. Well done. Here, strike with lightning on your side. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit. Let's all let him go to waste.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Arisen! Are you alright?
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
I'll keep hold of the enemy.
Well said. I grant you roaring flame.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light.
We'll knock his feet right out from under him.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
We must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat.
Really? Now? I grant you lightning's fangs. One of us has been poisoned. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a minute. We must rally. Panicking will only play to the enemy's advantage.
I am grateful to you, Aristocrat. Too fast for you.
Might have broken. Bird or two.
This one's a veritable wellspring of vitality.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. test your fortune. Focus your strength, Arisen. Grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. One of us has been poisoned. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Tis a foe worthy of caution. Naught say our best.
Ah, yes, now I see.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
To arms!
We certainly left in a hurry. Are you ill at ease in cramped, dark spaces, Master?
It is not for you to question the Arisen's judgment.
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
come to think of it,
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours sleep?
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
You dare!
This?
You mustn't lose my head.
That's let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Not bad.
Glad to be of service.
Well said.
I've got to focus.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aid. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
I'm in fine. My sword arm. People depend on me. May this day bring delight to what we had.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
That's a crowd and a half.
I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Head will roll if aught goes awry.
Waiting on my report.
They have to look around. See what's selling lately. I've the spirit of a woman. I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Mayhap I will find myself better.
I put my wares forever.
All the best players come from travellers at the inn.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Need anything? At least my back's not acting up today. Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces and qualities what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers... My early deaths. Hope to see you again.
Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
So, might as well take a look while you're here. Here, eh? Stop by again soon.
I'm going to go exploring.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off at home.
Barely drag my arse out of bed.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Welcome, good sir. My services, should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Much obliged, sir.
Troubles like to strike.
Say, no need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own two eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judge. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can...
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
I quite agree.
Go on, have a look.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
I'm only glad to have proven my...
Please dispense with the...
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Whatever else might be said of me.
If we share our strengths, we can begin. This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
At your neck. Time to be heading home.
What should I get up to today?
Something
smells
divine.
Got to sweep and dust before I think of supper. Nice place, this.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
This inspires naught but misgivings.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in. You know where to find me.
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Good day to you.
Lots to do. My ship's done.
My back's not acting up today.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Well met, sir.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain, so regrettably I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching. It seems Sir Roderick is the one to talk to. Shall we go and speak with him? Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Well met, sir.
Sprinkle of misfortune, pleasant spice.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to...
Good. We're here.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up, and I'll send you flying. Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armorer's wares? Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Caught you. You'll be all right now.
This really is fine craftsmanship. This last little different as well. Need anything?
Follow me.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
As I understand it, 'tis boorish to speak when you've naught to say, so I shall hold my tongue. Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the... Not a foe in sight.
A brief respite is naught to decry.
That wasn't a homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village...
Now there's a hassle I could do without.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Here, strike with lightning on your side. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself?
Splendid. Well done, Master. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Where did I expect to see an entire basket of swords hanging out bones?
Indeed, I'd not expected things to be easy. But this is looking rather hopeless. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. My magics grant you an elemental boon.
Your magics have faded and must be recast. It was most effective.
Light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns lest the subject be witness. Cannot let down our guard even for a moment. Lest the truth slip away from us.
True enough.
Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Indeed. Surely we've time for a short kip ere we continue on our merry way.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Come, let me grant you wings.
I'll save you.
Glad to see you have the matter in hand.
I grant you lightning fang.
Let me get that.
You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I'm not sure what to do. Well, I know.
Prepare for battle.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise.
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
Very well, if I must. You'll not live to regret this.
You are leading the meeting. Allow me. Wait a moment.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Here, strike with lightning on your side.
The foremost priority is to douse those flames.
Nicely done.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling? Might I be of assistance?
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs. Here we go again.
Fight. To arms!
Fly your lead.
Douse the flame before 'tis too late.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
You have my protection. Tis broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here. I grant you lightning spans.
I dare say we could sell this for a fair amount of gold.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade. So the fun begins again, eh, Arisen?
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
Very well, if I must. Hidden path. I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now. We found an archet staff and great sword both. What say we bring them to Sir Klaus? Follow me, master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Isn't commonly rare, this. I look forward to informing my own master of its finding when I return beyond the rift. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
It seems we already possess what's required. Ahead of us.
Out of the cave at last.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by...
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Here, strike with lightning on your side.
Well done.
Care to feel the wind on your face? Jump up, and I'll send you flying.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Leave it to me. I know precisely where we're headed. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Shall we make our way there and see what's to be seen?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry. Unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
We fight. To arms.
Very well, if I must.
Stay with me. Wait right there.
Right, just follow me. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
And I shall remain by your side.
Leave this to me. I shall gladly finish our foe.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Well done.
Come, let me grant you wings.
Seems our timing was a little... No, it was one of the targets my own master made me felt. I should like to see it done, if you have no objection to it. I ask your aid. It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
It is easily done.
On my way.
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. First and foremost, we want to knock it off balance. We've got much easier targets when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory. I grant you lightning's fangs. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
The enemy slows. Perhaps we have tied them out.
We must not give them a chance to recover.
A moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrought. We must do what we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
How are we meant to attack it without conquering it? This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Would be a fine spot for it, should we have need. I've got hold of the enemy.
Splendid.
can. Let us finish this.
If we are to best this behemoth, we must do whatever we can to knock it off balance. It is done. Thank you, Rose. I am overjoyed to have completed the task my master set for me.
Splendid.
Undead!
Holy attacks will serve us well here.
You hold the enemy's focus, and I shall strike them down.
We are at our best when we combine our strength.
Well, that wasn't the homecoming I envisioned.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You'll not live to regret this.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
If you would.
Aye, it's quite a trek. Even if you had got to follow the road west to Burnley.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! We're almost upon Burnworth.
At last. We pawns are hardy folk, but combat still takes its toll.
I quite agree.
I'll have an early supper.
Time to hit the sack.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plunders? Will that be all, then? Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be... He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Do come again!
Follow. Me.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval? Will that be all, then? Let me see. What else can I...
Always a pleasure.
I've been here so...
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an... Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a great... Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a great sword. You may now change your vocation as desired. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad... to assist you. Do come again. Look as long as you please.
Peruse at your leisure.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I
Let's
say.
take it easy today. My knees are acting up. I find any turncoats. I'll gutter myself.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by. What delights might there be to find in town today?
Look as long as you please.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let's see. What can we do without?
I'm not sure what to do. It gladdens the heart to
Days
see so
like
many
this
smiles
make me
about.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
Oh,
Fancy
dear.
a gander?
What am I to
Fine
do?
wares all
Where to now?
Shame in letting down your hair.
Lots to be
taken care of before the day's done.
Like learning new dish. Keep things interesting. Suppose I'll...
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of Saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
There is surely no challenge to which we cannot rise.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. I can guide you there, if you wish.
Well met, sir.
I'm not sure.
Right, just follow me.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Tell is, Vermont was once the Beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Oh, wish I could spend all day here. Washes all my troubles clean away this place.
Here's hoping this season yields more than last.
Idleness is a luxury I can rarely afford.
Draw in as many customers as I can.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Might I interest you in my... humble wares?
Hope to see you again.
Oi there, friend. Care to help? All I ask is that you hear my request.
What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the... That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I... And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard. Then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
'Tis a glorified errand we've been given, but we'd best see to it all the same. We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melv. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? Could you come over here?